So we're describing probability today, and there's a few dot points here that we need to read through. Probability is the study of chance. Please make sure that you write down everything that I write down in the theory booklet. Events can be ranked from least likely to most likely. Probability involves the use of sophisticated terminology. You will need to learn the following terms. So these are some of the terminology that you need to be familiar with. So the first word is outcome. Oh, let me draw my thing. There it is. Okay, outcome is what we call one of the possible results of your experiment. So rolling the dice, there is 6 different numbers that you could get, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or a 6. They are the different outcomes. Equally likely outcomes means that each of the outcomes have the same chance of occurring. So you would hope that with a dice, each of the numbers should have an equally likely chance that they are going to occur. And same with a coin. It should be equal to get a head and a tail. An impossible event is an event that cannot happen, and it has a probability of 0. So something that cannot happen, if I have my normal 6-sided dice, the probability of rolling a 7 would be 0 because there is no 7. It's impossible for that to happen. A definite event means that it is definitely going to happen. It is certain. So, again, I could use my dice. The probability of getting a number less than 7 when I roll the dice is certain. I'm definitely going to get a number less than 7 every time I roll my normal dice. The sample space, we use the letter S to represent sample space, and it is a list of all the possible outcomes, and we put it in some curly brackets like that. Now they are a little bit tricky to draw. You do a little arc like that, then a pointy bit in the middle, and a second curvy part. If your bracket though is not quite perfect, as best you can, a squiggly kind of line will be fine. Okay, so this is an example of a sample space for rolling a dice. S for sample space equals, there's my curly brackets, and the possible outcomes are the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, which are listed off inside those curly brackets. All right, and a complement. The complement of event A is the probability that it does not occur. So if the probability of, if I want to find the complement of the probability of getting a head when I flip a coin, the complement would be getting a tail. Or what's better to say is not getting a head. Because if you think about a dice, the complement of rolling a 1 would be not rolling a 1. So the 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. Okay. So that is it. We just want to be using those terminology to help you with your questions today. So if you get out your work booklet, which looks like this, you are doing worksheet number 1, okay, which goes page 2, page 3, and page 4. Okay, so we're going up to page 4. So let me get you started. Question 1, match each of the following events, A to D, with a description of how likely they are to occur. So you don't need to draw lines, you can just write the letter next to it. So the first one says a tossed coin landing heads up. Is that unlikely? Is it likely? Is it impossible? It is even, exactly. So I'm going to put a D next to that because there's an even chance of getting a head when you flip a coin. Okay, so please finish up to page 4.